The broken marriage began in a small and quiet house at the end of a narrow street. Adam and Sarah lived there for many years. In the early days, the house felt warm and full of life. Every morning, they woke up together and shared tea near the window. The sunlight came in softly, and they smiled at each other. They talked about small plans and simple dreams. Their life was not rich, but it felt complete. Love lived in their words, their eyes, and their small actions. At that time, they believed their marriage would always stay strong. As time passed, life slowly changed. Adam started to work longer hours. His job became harder, and his mind stayed busy even when he came home. Sarah stayed at home most days. She cleaned the house, cooked meals, and waited. At first, she understood Adam's tired face. She told herself that this was normal life. But slowly, the days began to feel heavy. Adam spoke less, and Sarah waited more. The house was still the same, but the feeling inside it changed. In the evenings, Sarah waited near the door. She listened for Adam's steps. When he came home, she hoped for a smile or kind words. But Adam often looked tired and quiet. He ate his food and sat in silence. Sarah tried to talk about her day, but Adam answered with short words. She felt like her voice was getting lost in the air. Love was still there, but it felt weak and tired, like a candle with little light. Small problems began to grow. They argued about simple things. Sometimes it was about food. Sometimes it was about money or time. These were not big problems, but they hurt because their hearts were already tired. Sarah felt lonely. Adam felt pressure. Neither of them spoke clearly about their pain. They thought silence would protect them. But silence only made the distance bigger. One night, Adam came home very late. Sarah had cooked dinner and waited for hours. The food was cold, and her eyes were tired from waiting. When Adam came in, she asked softly why he was late again. Adam felt angry and tired. He said work was hard and he was doing his best. Sarah felt hurt and started to cry. Words became sharp. Pain came out. That night, they slept without talking. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. They lived together, but their hearts were far apart. They woke up, ate, and slept like strangers. Sarah stopped sharing her feelings. Adam stopped asking questions. Both felt alone, even in the same room. The broken marriage grew slowly, quietly, and deeply. They did not notice how far they had gone from each other. One morning, Sarah packed a small bag and went to her mother's house. She did not shout or cry. She just said she needed time. Adam watched her leave. The door closed softly, but the sound stayed in his heart. The house felt empty. The silence felt heavy. Adam sat alone at the table and looked at Sarah's empty chair. He felt a deep sadness. Adam remembered the past. He remembered the smiles, the laughter, and the small happy moments. He remembered how Sarah used to look at him with hope. He asked himself where everything went wrong. He understood that love needs time and care. He understood that being silent can hurt more than speaking. For the first time, he felt afraid of losing her forever. Sarah stayed with her mother for many days. She rested and cried quietly at night. Her mother listened and held her hand. Sarah said she still loved Adam, but she felt invisible. She felt tired of waiting and hoping. She wanted to feel seen and heard again. Her heart was broken, but not empty. Love was still there, hiding under the pain. After many days, Adam decided to visit Sarah. He felt nervous and scared. When he saw her, he spoke slowly and honestly. He said sorry. He said he was wrong to stay silent. He said he still loved her. Sarah listened quietly. Tears came to her eyes. She said she was hurt, but she still cared. They talked for a long time. Their words were simple, but true. They shared their pain and fear. They listened without anger. For the first time in many months, they felt close again. The broken marriage was still broken, but now they could see the cracks clearly. They knew it would take time to heal. But they also knew healing was possible. Sarah came back home slowly. The house still felt quiet, but it felt softer now. They started with small steps. They shared tea again in the morning. They talked in the evening. Adam came home earlier when he could. Sarah spoke when she felt sad. They listened more and stayed silent less. Some days were hard. Old pain came back sometimes. But they did not turn away. They stayed and talked. They learned that love is not only feeling happy. Love is also patience, listening, and care. The broken marriage was not perfect, but it was alive again. With time, the house felt warmer. The empty chair was no longer empty. Smiles came back slowly. Their love was different now, but stronger. It was quiet, gentle, and real. They understood that marriage can break, but it can also heal, if both hearts are open and willing to try.